In an unprecedented display of interest in gay and lesbian literature this summer, numerous news dailies and major magazines ran full-length articles in what they called the mainstreaming of gay literature, with Publishers Weekly declaring that something is surely happening here. Writers have also been cashing in on the trend, like Peter Lefcourt, a straight man who penned the wildly successful gay romance, The Dreyfus Affair, and gay writer Ethan Morden, who received an extraordinary $275,000 advance for his next novel.
Mainstream publishers start publishing gay books many times, particularly when they publish them in mass. Many times it's because they have identified the gay and lesbian market as a market that's conducive to making a profit. And they're right.
Even straight female authors like Anne Rice and Mercedes Lackey now rely on gay readership to take them over the top. All of this unimaginable even 5 years ago.
I think people in the major mainstream publishing houses have recognized that there is a strong market here. Gay men, for example, tend to read, I believe it's 8 times more books than non-gay people do each year. The gay community tends to buy books and read books. There's a huge market there that mainstream publishers have begun to recognize. They don't always do it well. When they come out with their first gay book or so, they frequently think that by coming out with a gay book, they are doing their job in terms of the gay market, and they don't have to advertise it. All they have to do is put it out there because gay people are hungry to read, and they'll read anything. And that was true 10, 15 years ago, but it's not been true for many, many years. So when a mainstream publisher goes into the gay market with a new title, they need to understand that market. They can't just decide to publish a book. Publishing doesn't entail just printing a book. Publishing is promoting that book. And they have to be able to promote that book if they're going to get it sold in the gay market or in any market.
Look next for big changes in where you can buy your gay and lesbian books at major chains like Crown, Walden Books, B. Dalton, and Borders also climb on the corporate bandwagon.
Gay book that's affected my life. Actually, there's an author, Samuel Delany, one of the most prolific science fiction writers in the United States. And as it turns out, he's also one of the gayest authors in the United States.
Has a gay book affected your life?
Can't think of any that have.
Okay, I guess I would say it would be Ruby Fruit Jungle by Rita Mae Brown, because I felt like I'd already had emotional relationships with women. It's just the book really made me have more of a desire to get physically involved with women, so definitely Ruby Fruit Jungle.
Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin was one of them because I liked the man's face and his hands.
Actually, I haven't read too much literature by gay writers at this point, and maybe that's something I'll have to get into soon.
Yes, 86th by David Feinberg. I really liked how I could see the humor and how he saw humor in otherwise unspeakable situations.
A lot of books have affected my life, and I'd say Restricted Country by Joe Nessel has affected my life, because it taught me about desire and sex in another time. That's all. Thank you.
In other news, lesbian mystery Murder at the Nightwood Bar by Catherine Forrest is being made into a major motion picture, and Dolly Parton, country diva extraordinaire, has bought the film rights to transvestite Warhol superstar Holly Woodlawn's autobiography called A Low Life in High Heels. The obvious question being, will Dolly play Holly? New in gay and lesbian literature this month, Men on Men 4, with David Bergman slated to replace the late author George Stambolian as editor of the popular series. Audre Lorde's first work since 1988. Rita Mae Brown's new novel, Rest in Pieces. Ex-Navy officer Joe Stefan's Honor Bound, about his fight with the U.S. military. and Tales of the City series author Armistead Maupin's new novel.